Hi guys, welcome back to the dark room.
Welcome back to episode number 3.
Infidelity, forgive or leave.
Yes.
We have a first caller here.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. What is infidelity? So how can you define infidelity? When do you think that it's now infidelity?
See, I think everyone's got different views on this. It's a really tricky one. I think relationships, I don't know. Me personally, anything that is done or said that can't be done or said in front of your partner, spouse, whatever you want to call it, is infidelity, is cheating.
I agree.
You agree? Okay.
Personally, I think when the conversation turns sexual, this is now infidelity for me.
So if there was a conversation that wasn't sexual, but yet it was kept from you, you wouldn't call that infidelity?
Not really.
It has to be sexual.
It has to be sexual. It has to
if your guy is flirting with a girl in front of you and it's not sexual at all, it could be maybe innocent, but is it appropriate?
Well, it depends. For me, it depends if he talk about the body. When if you're now talking about the physical appearance,
if you just put certain things in, the boundaries are endless. You can't. I just think it is. Once it's not appropriate enough to be in front of your partner, it's cheating.
It has to be about physical appearance. It has to be about.
But some people can say something sexual that you might not think sexual, but they see it as sexual.
Yeah, but once you talk about the body part, any body or any part of the body,
sex. It doesn't have to be the body. It can be about sex. That's also inappropriate.
Sex or part of the body.
Sometimes it's the intention that is the part of the cheating, and some people say, oh, they didn't have an intention to do X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
But you know, I find that hard to believe, because if you're at someone else's front door, if you're in someone else's bed, if someone's in your car, it's not always about if they're doing it in front of you or if they're doing it behind their back, it's still wrong.
It's still wrong, but I would not call it infidelity straight away. For me, I need to see or hear that they've been talking about sex or any part of the body. If my husband said, oh my God, you look good, oh my God, you got a nice bum, or your body is so hot, or stuff like that, yes, it is infidelity. It starts from there. But if I don't hear anything about that, I'm not going to call it. It's not appropriate, but I will not call it infidelity.
I think there's so much intimacy within a grown relationship that is not about sex. I think there's so many intimate parts of a relationship that you share, that if somebody else shared that with your partner, it would be such a heartbreak. It would be such a dishonest thing.
I don't know. I know somebody that literally went for lunch with this guy. He was just supposed to be fixing her car. She had met his wife and everything. The wife told her about her insecurities, about her body. She thought they were friends. She went to go and get this car fixed. She was going for repair. She went there like 6 days in a row. He was now calling her just to come for lunch. They had lunch 6 times in a row. This is his wife now. Like he left his wife for this woman. That is, yes, they weren't having sex. They weren't doing anything that they would arrest him. They built something. But his original wife did not know that this woman kept on coming back and having lunch with him.
There's so many different boundaries, and not everybody has the same thoughts and ideas and morals in life as you.
Yeah, but so are you saying that now men and women can't be friends?
I have friends.
Yeah,
I have friends. I can go out with my male friend, and I'm a married person, and I don't think my partner would have any problem with it, with the simple fact that he knows where my heart is. And if I'm acting shady, then obviously going out with a male friend might cause an issue, or it might cause him distrust or anxiousness. But if you can do something openly in front of another person,
okay. So let's say that the definition of infidelity for each individual is different.
Yeah, I definitely.
It's different. So. Everybody has their own definition. So what is the reason for infidelity? Why people will go and cheat? What causes it? What people is going to go and see?
I think it's different for men and women. That's the problem.
Yeah, it is.
It's not the same thing.
It is, but the main reason I think for infidelity, I think it's just because there's no attention, or maybe the
not enough attention. It might not be no attention.
No attention.
Some people just do it from boredom.
Yeah,
some people cheat, or do all of this just for boredom. Some people genuinely like drama in their lives. And they're bored of the same old come home, sit in front of the TV, sit with the family, and it's boring for some people. And so it's a bit of spice to them.
I agree. Another reason that people go and see another man or woman is because maybe the sex is not good, or they know the partner is not open enough when it comes to sexual stuff. That's another reason as well.
Yeah. I mean, it's a reason, but it's a poor reason.
You should be able to vocalize and make changes between the two of you and whatever.
Yeah, but
some people can't, no matter what. Yeah.
There's some people that really can't do things. Yeah. There's some people who see things
they're too prudish.
I really believe that the relationship, the sex in the relationship is like 90% of it. I mean, let's say 85% of it. If the sex doesn't work in a relationship, I don't think the relationship can work.
When there's good sex, the relationships definitely last a lot longer.
Yes.
Yeah.
And obviously, it needs to be working in the bedroom, but I don't think it's a be all and end all.
I mean,
for instance, one person could be banging in the bedroom, but they're not affectionate at all. They're just cold like ice. Yeah. And if you're an affectionate person, then that's something really hard that someone can deal with, that they can't deal with that. So, I mean, it's as we all adults, we grow, we know that it doesn't always, you don't always get everything you want.
But that's my personal opinion. For me, it's a breaker. If the sex doesn't work, it's not going to work.
I agree.
It's not going to work. This is definitely. And I want to come back on what she's saying when she's saying that the infidelity is different between woman and man. Mm-hmm. I really believe that man it's just about the physical, the physical appearance, the moment, and the woman, I think, feelings and emotion has to be involved to now cheat on the partner. Yeah. I don't think a woman who's married or been in a relationship for many years will just wake up in the morning and see a handsome man and say, okay, let's go in a hotel or come in my house. It doesn't work like this. I personally think that. I think that women really, they need to talk with the man for like a few months, few weeks, build a relation, between a connection, and then at one point,
things are not good at home.
Yeah, she would now cheat with the man. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think there are some women though that just genuinely like to sleep around, just like some men. And this is my thing. If a man wants to be maybe not married, but we're not only talking about married women, are we?
But we're talking about people who've been in relationships for long.
Okay, fair enough.
So do you think?
But even some people are in relationships and they're still sharing, but they've got this agreement. And this is my thing. If you want to be this person that's sleeping around or whatever, fine. But choose somebody that agrees with that, and you can do that together if that's what you choose to do.
Like an open relationship.
Yeah, open relationship. If that's what you choose to do, fine. But don't be with other people that now have to. It causes them all sorts of emotions and heartbreaks and whatever that they have to get over, and trying to get over this insecurity of why you cheated in the first place.
Yeah.
And so,
because let's be real, it's a life changer, it's a game changer. If you've got kids, it's everything. If someone's, if you have infidelity in your relationship, if you're married, if you have kids, even if he's just your boyfriend, even if you've only been with him for a few months, it can affect somebody for, it sounds exaggerated, but to say for the rest of their lives, but it really can, because you'll always remember how much you was hurt at that point.
Yeah.
And even if you weren't in love with that person, you just that first infidelity, and someone breaking your heart, and you feeling that, and you're thinking, wow, someone's inflicted so much pain, and it's so hurtful. And they didn't even care that much, and you're shocked at how someone cannot care when they've inflicted that much pain.
You should forgive. You should leave. I think It's depending on the situation,
Yeah, I
the
think
circumstances.
depending on the circumstances, yeah, obviously people have got businesses, houses, children. It's a lot to just walk away.
Yeah.
But if, for my opinion, if you have a serial cheater, meaning somebody that is constantly cheating, says, oh, they've made a mistake, oh, they're sorry, forgive them, they do it again and again, and they're not learning from them. It's not a mistake actually, because they keep on doing it. Yeah. You need to
step away. I think you should walk away if you've got nothing, no ties with that person. Yeah. I think if you've been with them for a while, for a long while, but you've got no ties with them, I think it's worth walking away, because that one something, once accepted, later on down the line, when kids and family and life actually gets really, really tough, that's when they'll be wobbling and it might happen again.
This is okay. I have to say something about that. I don't believe that when someone cheats on you once, will do it again. I don't want to say. I don't want to.
No, I don't think they can cheat. They don't always cheat again. People can change. But what I'm saying is, if you haven't got no attachment to that person, and you have the ability to walk away and have a clean break, then personally, I would do that. But if you've got loads of attachments, then obviously you want to try and keep your relationship for your kids' sake, for your sake, for so many other reasons. You want to give that person another chance. Yeah. And I'd always say, give a person another chance. Yes. But I'm a massive advocate in my personal life to not waste time, because life is really short, and a lot of people waste time on the wrong person because they think that they're being a good woman, a strong woman, a noble woman by standing by their man through thick and thin, inverted commas. But it doesn't always work like that. Sometimes you come away and half of your life is gone.
And you're damaged. You can be really damaged, and that's my concern. I just feel like if you're somebody that can't really get over it, do not forgive, because you will spend every day going
I think this is when your mind is weak. Is then when your mind is weak. I'm not going to say every man cheat. I'm not going to say that. But human beings make mistake. You know, mistake can happen.
Yeah.
It can.
But then cheating is not a mistake.
It's a mistake. Okay, let me finish. Let me finish my.
Cheating is not a mistake.
Okay, let me finish my how you say it, my argument. Yeah. Okay. Is, you know, we know men in general how they think and how quick they can be tempted by someone with, you know, a hot body and all this stuff. We know that. We know man can be a bit stupid sometimes. It's just depend of the wrong dreams they're gonna have, the wrong arguments they're gonna have in our house.
Too. It's not just men, but
no, because men doesn't involve any emotion and feelings.
Some women are out here, they can have a bad argument and they're gonna go have a drink and sleep.
Married women.
I don't think so. This is the type of person you either married or you're with. It's the type of person you're with.
For me,
some people don't know it though until it's all gone pear-shaped and you're a wreck.
Yes, but for me, it can be just a one-off. It's just, you know, they had too much drink, or that's the bad argument in the house, and you know they went out and they're just gonna for 1 moment. Let me finish. For 1 moment, they're just gonna lose themselves. They're just gonna lose himself just because, just like that. And then this man is gonna come back to you and ask you for forgiveness. I'm sorry, I lost it. I don't know what happened. You know, blah blah blah. For me, it can be a mistake. It is a mistake. You can cheat by mistake. Like,
I can't by stupidity, mistake, but yes, by stupidity. One of these things that happens, and it's a one-off.
I can call it a regret.
Yeah, okay, a regret that might be better. I can't.
And that doesn't mean it's going to do it again.
Yes, it's just cut everyone off. Like, this is how you end up regretting. Oh, you should have stayed with him. You could have given him another chance. I'm sure there's many single women that cut off somebody for their one mistake. And then
what happens? They go back. They're going to find another man that's going to cheat on them twice, and they're still going to stay. You know why? Because they had an experience with the first one who cheated on them, and they left. What are you going to do?
Probably a better man for them.
That's it. What are you going to do? You're going to keep leaving your man, every man that you're going to have, because you did a mistake. You know, so when you have a good man,
well, then you leave every man until you find someone who's half decent.
And then you turn 45 and you're by yourself.
I read something before that said, would you rather be with one man that cheats on you every day for 30 days or 30 men that cheat on you once? So one man that cheats 30 times or 30 men that cheat on you once? Which is a very selfish comment.
I would say one man cheat on me 30 days.
This is the thing.
I think turn into a lesbian or something. I don't know.
None. Got some text messages that came through today from some men. It's a shame that the men are not calling. We really want some men to call the show. We want to hear your views as well. It can't just be the women all the time. The men must call. So we've got a text saying, the first one says, I cheated on my wife 3 years ago. She still can't get over it, and I don't understand why she can't forgive me.
Yeah, this is another thing
unless you've been cheated on, you don't understand, and you won't understand.
Yeah, but the thing is, if you took your man back, that means you forgive, so you should normally get over it.
Yeah,
you can't hold on to it for years.
I don't agree with that.
You couldn't. I don't think anyone can tell you.
You can forgive him, but you can't forget the hurt.
You can't forget.
That's what the problem is.
No, you didn't say forget.
Doesn't let you forget. It's like a thorn in your side, and it's like you're saying, "All right, forget it." But every time you move or he looks at another woman, it hurts. And you can't help it, and that's the whole issue with infidelity.
Okay, so what do you want to why did you take back your man then? Why did you take back?
Nobody can tell somebody how long it should take them to get over something.
I know, no,
you're
it's
fully
fine,
entitled.
but you can't make
it feel like
that's it. Like you cheat on me every day. You woke up and he's gonna see on your face that you telling him, you cheat on me. You can't do that.
He'll go and cheat on you again.
Of course.
Because he'll be miserable.
Of course.
Yeah.
When you've done something bad and you have to look at it on that person's face and you love that person, you can't see it all the time. So I know it sounds bad, but I don't see how that lasts.
Well, that's why I said if you're not somebody that can actually get over it, then don't forgive. Just
go
because it will burn you every day. You won't be happy anyway. Okay, we've got another message from a second caller, text message rather. I found out my wife had a 1-year affair with another man. I left her and eventually came back a year later.
Okay.
We moved to a new house and had another child. So it sounds like they're happy now. But yeah, it was actually the woman cheating this time, which, like I said, happens even more so in 2021. I'm sure there's a lot more women cheating than before. Because it's easy. It's actually easier for the women to cheat than
I know, but I'm sure for me, for a man, it's easier to cheat. Because they don't have
emotions to have options to cheat then, because we're the ones that get approached on the street every day. Guys in the DMs or whatever and all this sort of nonsense. The men have to actually put in some effort to get.
No, it's dependent on the man. If the man is a good-looking man, he's not gonna have any. Then he's gonna have the men.
There's women out there that fall over good-looking guys. They literally fall over them. They don't even need to look their way. Women you have to chase them off with a bat these days.
I don't think they have to be as good looking anymore. Some of them is just a nice car and things like this. But anyway, so he says that he came back to his wife, he forgave her and he came back and now they're happy.
Man got a lot of pride when it comes to the wife cheating on them. So for a man to actually forgive his wife, to have slept with another man.
But he left her for a year.
Yeah, a year's a long time. What went down in the whole year?
That's like a massive message saying, I'm not only prepared to leave you, I am leaving you, and I have left you, and I can do it again.
As I say, man got a lot of pride just to know that the wife had been sexually connected with another man. So for him to take her back is really. I've read
before that a man will forgive his missus for cheating as long as his friends don't know about it.
Yes, it's true.
Thank you. There's a good call out. Thank you for the messages as well. Hope we can get some men calling next week. Like
next week. Yes.
Thank you.
Have a lovely evening.
You too.
Take care.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.